Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with episode number 11 of the Hardcore Ironman series. No special restrictions, just a Hardcore Ironman that's trying not to die. Last episode I had my first Ring of Life, so, we'll try to start off the streak of another episode without a Ring of Life this time around. We'll see how that goes. Last episode I Ring of Life at Blue Dragons, and I have to go back still this episode. I'll probably try to just work it in a little bit here and there. I have a lot of other things I need to do. I'm just kind of passively getting these dragon bones up, so hopefully next episode I can get up to 70 prayer, but I have a lot to do on the side. I have some quests that I still need to get up. My quest points aren't high enough to be able to complete Recipe for Disaster, and Recipe for Disaster itself I'm not too far into, so I'd like to start taking a little peek towards there. In addition to that, achievement diaries are looking pretty poor. Luckily on an Ironman it kind of forces you to do a lot of stuff, so I got a lot of things kind of halfway done. And as far as the bank, it is at it's 33 mil once I throw this all in, but I'm not gonna do that because then I gotta take it all back out for this farming trip. Not really worth it, but you can trust me on that. 33 mil it is. And along with the questing and the achievement diaries, I'm definitely going to still do some Slayer because, there's nothing more I love in this game than a little bit of Slayer. So whenever I make a new account, it's hard to keep me away. And honestly, I've done a pretty good job so far not pushing it too high. So I'm going to treat myself a little bit, I think. But first off, I'm going to go ahead and get a farming level. Hop up onto 68. And not sure if I get anything from that, but figured I would document it since these are few and far between at this point. Actually, oh yeah, I talked about that last episode, but we do have palm trees now, and I guess W roots, but that doesn't matter too much. Palm trees are nice though, because I did open up a lot of my bird's nests last episode, so I will actually get some tree runs into this one, so I'm pretty pumped about that. So let's get going. Well, this is something I was going to do at some point anyways. Got a couple little upgrades I got to do right now, but Slayer kind of forced the issue. I have a black dragon's task, and last time I did one of these, it did not go well without a decent mage setup, so I am going to upgrade the Ivan staff. Right now it only holds 120 charges in its regular form. I got to pay 200k to recharge it and set it up to 2.5k, so I'm pretty excited about that. I have that many charges left. Now I need to go get some death runes along with that. So I'll admit it now, I have not been raising any cats, so I'm going to have to buy my death runes. Like the name says, I AFK a ton, so I just can't deal with the added pressure of, having cats die in my hands. It feels wrong. I don't want to do it. I'd rather just cut down a little bit more yew logs, fletch them up, and high alch them if I have to. But gonna go ahead, buy a entire mystic setup right now. I'm not sure how much that cost me. I guess I can give it a little peek here, but it's a pretty penny. It's like 250k or so, but I will be looking good. Look at me. I'm such a champ. Now I gotta go hop around and buy some death runes. That'll be good to go on this task, and Ivan's staff would definitely be useful for the Barrows grind too eventually. So using mage at the black dragons like I was saying, and that gets me up to 65 Slayer, so I can now equip amethyst broad bolts, and also most importantly I guess for what I'm doing right now, I can kill dust devils, which is a nice little add-on task for me to be able to do. Magic's not that great here. Their defense for mage is pretty high. This is kind of push the need, I guess, for my rune crossbow. So I guess next time I get a metal dragon's task, I'll have to stay on top of that, go use mage over there, and hopefully I can get myself an unstrung rune crossbow, and then I can go from there and get that for myself. Because 70 range, it's about time I get that. I've been kind of scrubbing along with a magic shortbow where it's useful, but it would be nice to get something that can actually do some decent damage to monsters with, moderate defense. So kind of the play. Gonna stay down here. It's not too bad, but I think I'd be better off with the rune crossbow. So I just got done with some farm runs. Before this, I did a Hellhound's task. That was my 40th total. So that was a nice little boost in points. And I was actually going to buy some stuff, but I guess 168 trolls. Not too keen on those. I might give it a skip. That's just a pretty horrid task, to be honest. So we'll skip. I'll find, okay, there we go, better task. But as far as rewards, I was going to unlock a couple things. So normally what I would do on an Ironman is I would start off with the bigger and badder, because I probably should have got this sooner. Just really was focusing on points and not put myself in a bad spot. but I'll get that right now. That unlocks me to get superiors and a possibility of an imbued heart along with a eternal gem. So those are kind of nice, and also the superiors give you a lot of Slayer XP. Do have to be a little weary of a couple of them, but definitely a worthwhile unlock. And then I have a lot of points left. I have a good task that I like right now, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. All right, I want to get the broader bolts next, but I'm going to wait until I get a rune crossbow, just because I don't want to run out of points. I'm only going to have 2 more skips, maybe 3 after this task, so that'll be next once I get the crossbow. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to drop a sandstone. I don't care. Might be inefficient, but I need to get the level. Oh, man. And all right, coming in with a nice little 69 mining. I probably will get up to 70 through my sandstone mining endeavors, but that is a pretty nice spot to hit. Like I said before, I think it was last video, I'm mostly working up to the My Arm's big adventure, or making friends with My Arm, actually. I get 72 mining as a requirement for that, so gonna still have to grind out a little bit of motherlode mine, probably do a good bit of that, so that way I get nuggets for the upper level. But yeah, throwing it all in here, I have almost 14,000 buckets of sand, so I have been out here absolutely grinding. This guy's actually the one grinding my sand, but I have to pay him 50 GP a bucket here soon, so that's gonna take a nice little stack of GP away from me. But you know, I have no problem AFKing some more U-logs and enjoying myself over there at the Woodcutting Guild. So having a good old time out here. Still probably about another level left worth of sand to collect, but I'm definitely getting there. And then from there, can go do Lunar Diplomacy, get the super glass make, and we'll be on the crafting grind. All right, not exactly sure how this works. I guess I just claim my buckets. You don't have any buckets of sand. What do you mean, sir? I have 0 of your buckets, and you've grinded. I have to go get buckets. So, like I said, went and got the sand, spent a good chunk of money, but I had to because I needed to get up to 61 crafting, and I wasn't not going to get all the sand while I'm there, you know, may as well stock up for the long run. And yeah, nothing unlocked with that exactly, but I do now have access to do Lunar Diplomacy. The sad part was, this was a quest where I needed like an entire inventory of stuff. I sat there, got it all ready, went to the start of the quest. Little did I know, I still was 1 level off. In my head, I basically had crossed it off, but now I am actually good to go. Decently long quest is now complete with Lunar Diplomacy. Gonna talk to the, I'm not even gonna pronounce it, never mind. Just talking to this fine lady next to the altar. 2 quest points, 5k magic XP, and rune crafting XP access to the Lunar Spellbook, most importantly, and some astral runes. Oh, actually, the most important thing was 34 rune crafting. Forgot about that, so gonna go ahead and pray here, and that should switch out over my spellbook. Oh man, that's beautiful. And super glass make. Oh man, oh man, I'm too low level for that. I just kind of figured that I had it. I wasn't really certain. It's a little tough. Looked over at the wiki. Apparently a wizard's mind bomb gets me a +3 magic boost, so I think that's what I'm gonna go for. That seems to be the play. I'll just drink those a bunch while I am doing the super glass make spell for a little bit. I also have some more longbows in here, so I could just fletch some of this and alch some of those and get another level at some point if I wanted to. But yeah, a little bit of a hurdle that I'm just gonna gracefully jump over and get on my way here, because yeah, I can't be asked doing a bunch of magic to go do this. I'll just boost, I don't care. On a birdhouse run up to 64 hunter, get these levels every now and then, but actually gonna get 2 levels on this little late night run, so that's the first one. After that we got 69 farming coming on in. I don't know what that guy was doing, but there he is. So far, I have super glass made close to 6,000 of the molten glass. As far as, you know, how that's going for me, it's been pretty decent. Got a crafting level as well so far from it. I'll probably get another, maybe 2, probably just 1 more though. So that's been nice, and my magic is actually getting closer to 75, so then I don't have to boost as often. But I think I'm not going to be doing any farm runs tonight. I'm on the wrong spell book. Yeah, might go pick my seaweed, I think, and get the level there, but the herbs are gonna have to wait. So yeah, it's only seaweed picking, I think, on this late night run, but gonna go ahead and get 69 farming with this next one. Don't know if that unlocks me anything nothing useful for sure, but quadruple maple root, still pushing that ever higher. At this point, I have a decent amount of herbs at my arsenal to be able to you just push my herb lore ever higher. So Lantodimes at 73, then dwarf weeds and torstals. Really can't put any of those to use right now, but looking good overall. Just staying on top of the farm runs in general. And like I always say, I'm not trying to convince myself. I'm trying to convince you guys. I actually do enjoy these. It's a lot better on an account like an Ironman, where obviously it has more of a use to what I'm going to be doing. I don't really get much out of an herb run on a regular account. I'd rather push some higher things, but this makes it all worthwhile and forces me to try some new stuff, so I have a good time with it. Checking in with the first levels so far of my crafting grind, and it has been just that. It's been quite a grind, but I've been enjoying it. I'm probably going to go as far as my molten glass will take me, I guess, because, I mean, going for a +5 boost is kind of difficult, so if I can get to 76, 77, I'd be all for that, but 72 unlocks me Dragonstone necklaces and crystal legs. Dragonstone necklaces may be kind of useful eventually for, like, skills necklace teleports and whatnot, but in terms of what I've missed so far, that's kind of nice. I have gotten, well, I didn't miss, I just didn't want to update with every level, but I'm now able to craft green D-hide bodies, blue D-hide van braces, air battle staffs, blue D-hide chaps, blue D-hide shields, a lot of blue D-hide, which is pretty good for clue scrolls and stuff like that, so pretty pumped for that. Got diamond amulets at 70, which would have been pretty useful, at least until I got the glory, which I'm still on that grind for, but in quest requirements for Fremennik Exiles and Monkey Madness 2, along with the Hard Lumbridge and Draenor diaries, so some really good stuff there. I'm not going to show you what my diaries are looking like, but I'm going to work on that next episode, I swear. I've just been so focused on levels, and none of it's gonna help me too much, so we'll get to it next time, but I'll keep blowing. In the time of doing the super glass make, I finally have figured out how to do it a little bit more efficiently. Typically, I'd pull out like one giant seaweed, I'd right click, do one, do another, grab 12 buckets of sand and exit. Now I just put 10 giant seaweeds in my inventory like a champ. Sometimes they go on the ground, sometimes they don't. If I have too many, nonetheless, up to 75 magic, and that is a ton of unlocks. Barbarian Outpost Telly, Stats by Trident of the Seas, Nightmare Staff, Sanguinesti Staff, Slayer Staff. Really, Slayer Staff's the nicest, and Trident of the Seas eventually, I mean the nicest for me right now, what is actually attainable. In terms of where my crafting's at, I'm actually extremely close to that too. Problem being, though, that I realized, I was like, how am I actually going to get this Dragonstone? Because I don't have one yet. I figured it was moderately easy, because I remember the last time I did a hardcore attempt, I didn't really have to worry about it too much. It was just kind of there for me. This time around, that is not going to be the case. You guys are going to get teased. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. But as far as a tooth half of a key, I don't have one. I have a loop half. I don't have a tooth. So it's sad boy hours out here, but I will get 75 crafting, and luckily I did not use the Slayer points earlier, so I'll unlock Slayer rings as a nice little treat for now. Later, probably next episode, we'll go for the glory. I can't really decide when I get the tooth half, and it's a pretty rare drop, so apologies. Jesus, man. I'm the worst. But yeah, I forgot to mention, in terms of how I do this inventory, I just grab 10, 12, drink up on my Wizard's Mind Bomb. Now I won't have to drink up as much, which is nice. I'll have a 2-minute boost. Sometimes there's extra on the ground. That's fine, because whenever I go and do this and bank, I click out by clicking on the ground, and I slowly start to pick them up. So it's nice, because I don't really have to worry about the seaweed, and I just keep pulling out and going to work. So here we are at the lady herself with 75 crafting. This now gives me the ability to make red Dragonite chaps, most importantly Slayer rings, and some magic birdhouses that I cannot yet utilize. I'm not exactly sure what hunter level. Yeah, it's gonna be a second until I can do those, but as for me now, I can actually do the Slayer rings, which is very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll on down. 300 points. I have 72 left and a doable task right now, so that is good. Ring bling unlocked, and now I'm gonna go up to Port Phasmatis to go ahead and craft up this ring and call it an episode. At the nice little furnace, gonna go ahead and throw that on in there, and would you look at that? Whew. Contact master, partner, open log, and most importantly, teleports around good old RuneScape. Got the Stronghold Slayer Cave teleport, which is taking me right over here to Neve. Very useful, obviously, for getting new tasks. I'm decently close to a bank as well at the same time. Then, obviously, the Slayer Tower teleport, which isn't going to be all too useful, although this is actually pretty good for whenever I want to go and do more of this. What is it called? Temple trekking. There we go. That's the words for it. But temple trekking, little tough. I mean, whenever you get the bog one where you gotta like poke the stick, if you know what I'm talking about, oh my, it is hell. So I'd rather teleport out than do that. That is 100% fact. And then finally, the last teleport is going to take me up to the nice little Slayer cave up here in Relica, and right next to a fairy ring. So we are looking good. As far as the bank value, it is about 35 mil, and in regards to the stats, they are looking ever nicer at 24 mil XP and 1564 total level. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Hardcore Iron Man series. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, let me know in a comment down below. And on top of that, if you guys want to see more videos like this as soon as I go live, make sure to hit that subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and goodbye.